Yo, what's going on, guys? In this video, we're doing error from HackTheBox. This is a box for about solid or medium. And yeah, let's get on to the video. As always, by putting my terminal here, I'm start pinging the IP address. We'll do ping count for 3 for 10, 10, 11, 79. We do get a response back from the server, so I'm starting running mmap scan. So do mm-sc for default scripts of the numeration. What's kind of ports on the IP? Doing this, I'll do my verbose. We have a total of 2 ports open, port 80 open for HTTP, and also port 21 open for FTP. I'm sorry, visiting port 80. Here we do have a host name for error.htb, so I'm going to put this into my /z host. Go ahead /z host. We know that I delete this. We have this for 10, 10, 11, 79 for error.htb. Refresh this. And now we do have the main page for error designs. So here I'm going to just do some enumeration. I have about us, portfolio, clients, team. We have, do you have any names for teams? We have Tom, Catherine, and Lancer Jack. We do have a contact us page. So I'm going to start by doing some more enumeration. We're running a GoBuster. Click on terminals here. We'll do GoBuster dir mode -u into the IP address. We'll do -w for user share word list. We'll do a dirbuster directory list moving through medium.txt. We'll do this is HTML, TXT, and also PHP. Looking back at that map scan, it doesn't seem like we have any other ports discovered, just port 80 open for HTTP and also port 21 open for FTP. So since we have FTP open for port 21, I'm going to just FTP into 10, 10, 11, 79. I'm going to see if we can do anonymous login. So we can just view files as anonymous. And it seems like anonymous mode is disabled on the back end of the server. So do have index HTML, images, CSS, and a JS. So next, I'm going to start running GoBuster, doing a vhost. We can enumerate the host name. So go to user share word list. Let's go to sec list for, we have discovery, and we have DNS. We'll do a subdomains top 1 million. This is -u, so this is the error.htb, and this will find a subdomain for error.htb. Press it on that. And it doesn't seem like it's working. We'll do a append -domain. And now we do have the file.error.htb. So we have a subdomain as file. Put this into our /host. Let's go back. Let's try to tab this out here for file.error.htb to HTTP. And now we do have this error storage for, this for this file.error.htb. So we have a storage directory, storage page for storing files. We manage files, upload files, security questions as well. Let's see if we can log in. We're going to sign in. We'll just try this for like admin. And we don't get a long successful or any type of validation from, or just giving any errors back on the page, right? To see if admin does exist. Go to manage files, same thing, upload files, and update security questions. So I'm going to do the same thing for, if we go GoBuster, where's our file.error.htb. And it doesn't seem like we can do a -s for 200. However, this will not discover the status code for 200, right? So I'm gonna start by using wfuzz. It's probably gonna be the easiest way to do this. Just use wfuzz. We'll do -w for user share word list, dirbuster directory list with medium.txt. Let's look at the response. We have 559. -hw 559. Now we can successfully fuzz, right? You can use like dirbuster, but I mean, it's for me, I think I got it download from the GitHub repo. So I'm not going to go through that trouble just to install it, but we can use wfuzz, same thing as fuzzing. That's all GoBuster is doing as well as fuzzing. So we have images, files, assets. So I'm going to do the same thing. We'll do, I'm going to see if I can do this for like a .php. I'll do HL47. And now we have a register. We have a login as well. So go to register.php. And now we have user registration. Let's see if we can do this for proxy, and then we'll do this same password as the user. Copy and paste. Register. So now we can go to proxy, go to sign in. Now we do have a login successful for manage files and settings. So we'll go to manage files, go upload files. We can upload security questions, sign out. Here we do have a, seems like we can probably change for any type of user. We can send this within burp, or you can just fill this out, and we can set up a new answer security questions for the specific username. So maybe we can do this for admin. Let's see if we can start by uploading some files here. So I'm just going to get a random image. I want to get the direct file path of the image, and let me get this onto my machine. Just get this. Let's stop this. Let's go to copy image link. We have the direct image. So I just want to get this onto my machine. Let's go to browse, go to other locations. This is for era. We'll go to this play.jpg, upload. And we have this uploaded to this ID. You can click download, and this downloads that file that we just uploaded. So looking at this, it seems like there is some type of ID for 7789. So let's see if we can start by fuzzing for the numbers. We do need to create a sequence first, actually. So we'll create a sequence from 1 to do this for like 5,000. We'll output this to like a numbers.txt. And this will just create a sequence between from 1 to 5,000. We'll do wfuzz. We'll do -u for the ID. We want to fuzz for the ID. Let's just -h for the headers. Let's just this for cookies. Let's go to inspect. Let's go to storage. This is being stored as a PHP session ID. We can do PHP session ID as the value for the cookie or for the session ID. This is -w for numbers.txt. Press on that. Let's search up. Let's do this for cookie. PHP session ID is equal to the cookie. Press on that. Now we do have a response. We do -HW4591. Now this is going to output each individual user or each individual number for the payload. So we'll copy this. We'll go to 59. File is not found. We got 105. Or is 150. And we have a signing.zip. So I'm going to download this, see what this is doing. Let's go here. We do have this under my downloads. So let's go into downloads. Copy from root. Downloads. And the signing.zip to this directory. We'll make a directory for files. Into files, we'll go to unzip. And we have a key.pem, a signing.zip, and also, or the file that we unzipped, and also x509 gen key. So it doesn't seem like we found anything. Let's run this one more time. Let's go back. We have 54, 150. And now we have that site backup.zip. someone download this, we have the site backup. I'm going to copy from root one more time, cd into files. We'll copy from /root site backups. And now we do have all the files. So I'm going to look for like a configuration file under here. We have a CSS. We have file db.sqlite. Let's do SQLite 3 for that file db.sqlite. We can do a .tables, I think. We have a files and also user. So do a select star from select star from users. And now we do have the admin, Eric, Yuri, John, and Ethan. So we can start doing some enumeration for the user. We have admin. We did have an update security questions, so I can just do this for 111. We update security questions. It seems like we can log into security questions as well. So let's go back. Let's go to security questions. We have the, we can sign out. Or we can log in as using security question. We have the username. So we have admin, do 111, verify and log in. And now we're logged in as admin. So let's go back here. It seems like now we're successfully logged in as admin. We have Eric, Veronica, which we can start by cracking these hashes. I'm not too sure if we already did fuzz, so I don't think there's going to be any type of any other type of files, because these are public when we have an ID. These are all public to whoever can enumerate the ID number for the specific file. So let's go back. I'm going to start by cracking these hashes. I'm going to be into, I'll just go to crack.txt. So I'm going to start by copying some of these hashes. We'll put this into our crack.txt. I should probably name this like a hashes.txt. We have Veronica as well. Copy and paste. Yuri. John, as well as the last user for Ethan. So I'm going to right quit. We're going to be using John. We'll use John minus word list is equal to user share word list rocky.txt for hash or for crack.txt. Doing this, we can let this crack and see what we get. So I already do have these hashes cracked as America and Mustang. I'm not sure what user this is, or if this would belong to Eric or John. However, we can usually test that later on if we do come across using those different types of users, right? So I'm going to go back. We do have I'm going to X out here. So we do have some files here that we can look at. We have a download.php. We have a login.php. Right now I'm going to look at this download, since this is where we had the ID for, I suppose, that which it is downloading. So I want to look for it through the source code to see if we can find anything. We have the ID for index.php, user loaded without custom file by ID. And then we have invalid file ID, which is the ID which is getting the file. We have if file is real. We have just say downloads the file as well. We have a function related to admin. So beta is currently only available to admin. So we did access admin. We have an else if statement, which is going to show if get show is equal to true, if a session is equal to era user is equal to 1. So this means we can probably do a PHP filter for the contents of a local file, and This is using the format for //, and we can do a wrapper. So this is probably going to be a wrapper for like a local file inclusion. So let's go back. So this is under the downloads.php. We are under admin now, which we have the site backup and also the signing.zip. So we'll go to a downloads. I believe it should be the same file. So go back, which is the download.php. That's all it is. So go download.php. We'll take this off. So it seems like we have the download.php. And this is equal to each individual ID. So we have, if we go back to downloads, we have the ID is equal to, we can specify the ID. So we have his ID is equal to show. So we can specify and show. So we have and show, and so it's getting the show parameter, and then it is using the get format for the wrapper. So and show, so we have and show is equal to true, which we want. We're just following simply what has to equal to, which is equal to true. And we have the format, which is equal to, so we can do and format is equal to the PHP wrapper. So I do, let's go to payload all the things. PHP, we'll go to wrapper. So file inclusion, let's go to PHP. Let's go to wrappers. We have PHP. So I'm going to copy this. We'll put this into the format is equal to the PHP wrapper. We'll put this into like a /etc host or /etc password. Go to download. And it doesn't seem like it is opening, but it is not converting to. Go to index.php. And it's still doing the same. And it seems like the wrapper, well, we got the format right because we have show is equal to true. And we also have the format, which is going to equal to format. And that format is the wrapper, which it is doing the format for ://, right, for the PHP. So we do have port 21 open for FTP. I want to see if I can log in as one of the users. We did have, what do we have for the user? We have, so we have a Scala 3 for the file DB. We'll do a select. Select start from users. We have admin, Eric, Veronica. We do have 2 users for FTP. So I'm going to VI into users.txt. So we do have this for Eric. So we have Eric, we have Veronica. We have Yuri, John, as well as Ethan. And that should be all the users for, that should be all the users that we can brute force. So I'm going to use Hydra, so cat the user.txt. That should be all the users. So I'll do Hydra myself for user.txt for -p. Let's actually create that passwords. I believe it was, we had 2 passwords under here. So do John -minus word list. I believe I have the word list under here. We do have the crack.txt under here. So we'll do John -minus word list. Show for crack.txt. Now we have America as well as for Mustang. Passwords.txt for America, Mustang, correct quit. And now we do have those 2 passwords. We have the user.txt and also the passwords.txt. So do Hydra, we'll do myself for user.txt, -p for passwords.txt. We'll do this for FTP for 10.10.11.79 on port 21. We'll do -i some sort of session. And now we have a login as Yuri for Mustangs. So do FTP 10.10.11.79. We have this for Yuri and also the password as Mustang. So do Delay, we got log successful. We have an Apache.conf and also PHP. Since we are working with wrappers, I'm probably going to go into the PHP. This will see wrappers are related to PHP, so we can see what we have here. So we do have .so files. .so files are a way to do functions for functions to use with the wrapper. In this case, we use the PHP wrapper, which is simply just a simple PHP wrapper to allow for reading of files through PHP. In this case, there's some type of filtering for PHP. So we can use some of these here. So we have zip, we have a zip wrapper. We also have SSH as well, SQLite3, sockets. We can start by using SSH to successfully get remote co-execution. So we do some research. If I do a wrapper for SSH, sh2.exec, this will allow us to log in through SSH and also execute a command on the back end. You'll see that this is related to PHP. So we have ssh2.exec, and we can simply log in through SSH and log in through SSH and execute a command through that user. I'm not too sure. I'm guessing we can test different passwords for the user because we tested for SSH, right? So let's see, we can run out of here. Let's run Hydra one more time. We'll do this for SSH. Well, we don't have SSH actually open for port 22. So we can't do that. We can test for different users. I'm guessing since Yuri is already associated with the user for America, or it was Mustang, I believe. For Mustang, we can do different types of users for each, or different passwords that we did have, which is going to be either for, we had this for America. So the next one, or we had this for Mustang for Yuri. So it's probably going to be using for America for the different user. We'll do this again. We'll do a select star from, we already have the users, so we can do the users. And we can try this for America for Eric, America for Veronica. We don't have Yuri for John or Ethan through SSH. So do Control-Shift-O, we'll do all wrap. Let's go back. We'll do SSH2. It says find.exe. So we know it's going to be for the password for America, which is going to be for that. We're going to try the first user for Eric. So we'll do this for Eric, for America. We're going to do this at 127.001. Then let's go to Pensis Monkey for Rev Shell. We'll run this with Bash. Let's go to, I'm not sure if this is going to be URL encoded, but we can send this within burp. Let's go to proxy, send this within burp sweep. Go to next, start burp. So go to proxy settings for our IP address for 10.0.0.175. Turn repeater on. I'm just going to intercept this. Send this within repeater. And now we have this for SSH. So the reason I want to send it within burp is so we can URL encode this. We have this for, let's get our IP address. So div config as 10.10.15.247. We'll do this on 9001. Now we can simply encode the payload. So I want to see if this is going to just run, or we can simply run like a base64. So we can send that. We have a command or some type of error from, send this one more time. We get it connected back under file siteback.zip. However, it's not connecting back to our machine. So it's not establishing a connection. So I'm going to go back. It seems like we're going to need to do some encoding. So we're going to start by doing some encoding. So I'm going to go to CyberChef. We'll do this from base64 or to base64. So I'm going to start by doing a bash. I'm going to put this in parentheses to do the formatting, so it does not put it together with the zip file. I'll just we'll do this with base64. This will allow us to simply get a virtual shell. Do I have config? So dev/tcp. We'll do this on 9001. We'll do 0/ just same as the virtual shell. We put this in the background. So I'm open a text editor. Now we have this as base64. And we can just put this in here. I'm going to put this as bash -c. We want to do printf. Printf, we can just simply print out the base64 and then decode it as base64 and run as bash. So pipe this out to base64 -d. We'll do bash. So let's copy this, put this into our command. Let's put this back. I'm going to be doing Control U. And just to make sure that this is all put together, you can put this back. And now we have this as going to 9001. Press on that, send the request. We do ID. Now under X, we'll do bash -i. We do ID. We export our term is equal to X term. We do ID. And now under Eric. So going back, all we did was use ssh2.exec. Login as Eric. If Eric didn't work, you would usually see within the response. We can try like a different user. We had different users already lined up. So we have Eric, Veronica, John, and Ethan to test. If Eric did not work, use bash. Simply encode it, do from to base64, and then you'll encode this within burp sweep and get a virtual shell. And doing this, now we are under Eric. So I'm gonna start by doing some enumeration. I'll do ls-la. We'll do a sudo -l. I do need a terminal, so do Python 3 for etty. We don't have Python 3. H2ID, we don't have anything, right? We can go under, we have our user, we have our .sh. We have our authorized keys. We can do an SSH keygen. We do SSH/keygen. And you'll see that this will generate the private key so we can log in. However, we don't have port 22 open for SSH, so we can just log in or have the shell as Eric under here. I'm going to go under /opt, do ls-la. We have a directory here as AV, we do ls-la. We have a periodic checks, which is a directory as well. And we have a monitor and also a status.log. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a cron job since we have a status.log. And it's checking for any type of, I don't know, just seems logs. I'm not too sure. I also have a monitor, which cut this out. Seems like this is going to be just a binary for monitor. So to check if there's any cron job running, I'm going to go under /dev/shm or ls-la. And I'm going to start by getting a lin piece under here. So I'll just clear this terminal here, X out of here. We'll go under /root. We'll do this under, I believe I have this under documents, under lin piece. Go to privilege escalation, lin piece. And we have the PSPY64, so do Python 3 minus mhtp.server on port 8081 for this PSPY64. And let's check our IP address, which we can check. We do have config 10.10.15.247. What did we get? HTTP 10.10.15.247. There's on port 8081. And we have that PSPY64. We're gonna hit back on our server. Let's send this one more time to get a shell. Do bash -i dev shm. And now we have the PSPY64. So do chmod plus x for PSPY64. We'll run that PSPY64. And this will basically check everything that is running as root under user temp /etc home var and opt to check if we have any cron jobs running on the machine. So I'm going to scroll back up. Just we'll see what we do have. So it doesn't seem like we have anything under AV. We can just wait for this cron job to run to see what is running. I'm guessing it's going to be under /AV since it's only the directory that, it's AV, so probably run under there, but we'll check what is actually running through PSPY64. So after a while, we have some that went through, some commands that were executed. We do have a opt AV status.log. We have an object copy for dump section for the SIG. So it is using a SIG here. I'm going to copy this section here for just the same thing that's down here for the SIG. I'll put this into my text editor. We want to copy this for the SIG. So it's running a bash for root, open a cell, and it is doing the object copy for dump section, .text _ SIG, and it is doing the same thing. So let's see if we can bypass this SIG here. So I'm going to let's go back to burp, send this request one more time. Send this request one more time. We'll do a bash -i. So I'm going to do Control-Shift-O. I do have a binary /opt. I have this as execute.c. So I'm going to start making an executable and putting this as, I'll just put in my IP address here for, what do I have config? For 10.10.15.247. We can right quit. And now we have the execute.c. So I'm going to get a shell one more time. We'll do a bash -i. I should have just got the file from the beginning. So good opt, AV, remove minus over cd into pretty awk checks. Remove this execute.c. And also this backdoor.c. I don't know why this is keeps popping up, but we're gonna export term is equal to xterm. And now we can clear our terminals. So I'm just gonna use wget. We do have wget on the machine. We do have wget. I'll just simply start a Python server under here, Python 3 minus http.server 481. We have this in use already. I want to get this execute.c, wget http 10.10.10.10.11 or 10.10.15. 10.10.15.247 on port 8081 for this execute.c, I believe. We have this as xq.c, I believe. xq.c, yep. And now we can cat our xq.c, and we should have quotation marks and everything's already within this xq.c. So we do gcc for xq.c. We now put this to xq binary. We do house my SLA, and then we have the xq.c and as well as the xq binary. So I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna copy this object, copy dump section. So we'll do dump section for .sig for text.sig underscore bin, and we'll do this against the monitor. So I run this command one more time. Now we have object copy. We can do the dump section. Now we do the add section for text.sig. Now we have the text.sig for execute. Now we want to copy the execute into monitor. We'll do chmod plus x for monitor. We can't make this into executable. Let's do all wrap netcat myself VP on 9001. We do SLA. Okay, there we go. So now we do ID. Seems like it was busy. We do SLA, and we can cat our root.txt. So basically all we're doing is, just to do a preview, we ran the dump section for text.sig. It is checking for the sig. We copy the same thing into monitor. If we check back to the cron job, we have this root initiate monitor, or the or this opt. It is running the opt AV predoc check for monitor, and simply that's what is running the binary. We copy our execute binary into monitor, which allows us to do that, having the following sig with dump section for sig, as well as running the add section for the sig for execute, and then copying to monitor. And then when it does execute, we do get a shell and get our root.txt. You guys been from the video, don't like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.